welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV, where we are in front of the Church of Saint Adama Landama or something like that, in eastern Fanalan, where Alphinaud just revealed that Marquez was the missing Cid Garlond, and now Father Illot tells us what to do next. What a curious twist of fate that Master Cid Garlond would at last be found within our church. It defies imagination. Beg your pardon, you wish to find this airship, yes? I know not how much truth there is to it, but there's a tale known as the final flight of the Enterprise, which grew popular in the wake of a calamity, much like the Great Gobble Wall of Ulda. It states that the Enterprise flew northwest from Gridania toward Coerthas. If true, the airship would have passed through the North Shroud, likely over Falgoth Float, the closest settlement to Coerthas. May the Serpent stationed there have records of the events that transpired that day. I had hoped you might rest from your journey for a time, but I see that the world still has need of you and the Scions. Pray look after yourself and Cid, Rield. And yeah. Together with those two, we now look for the Enterprise, Cid's airship. Is there aught I can assist you with, sir? The Enterprise, you speak of Master Garland's ship, yes? I needn't refer to the records. I know that the airship was sighted overhead 5 years ago, clearly bound for Coerthas. What became of it after that, I cannot say. If you wish to know more, pray speak with Waterford at Florentel's Spire. He was on duty that day and saw it with his own eyes. I'm unsure what you hope to accomplish, though. Even should you locate the ship, would you not need a man of Master Garland's caliber to fly it? I hear that the machinery is fiendishly complex. Okay. Waterford. You have come in search of Waterford. Oh, then well met, for you have found him. Indeed, I have served as a whaler for many years, since before the great snows came to Coerthas. What exactly is this about? Ah, the final flight of the Enterprise. I do indeed remember that day. It was on the eve of the Battle of Cardano, nigh on 5 years ago. I held the spire alone that night, while the bulk of our forces marched to meet the enemy in the field. When all of a sudden, the most fantastic airship I've ever seen split the skies overhead. I could only watch in shock as it disappeared over the mountains to the northwest. If the Enterprise wasn't destroyed during the calamity, I'd wager it's still somewhere in Coerthas. The astrologians at the observatorium may have records which could help, but to obtain one you would need to deal with the Ishgardians who control the regions. I wouldn't expect much, though. The high houses have long been concerned with their own affairs above all else. When Dalamut descended, they took shelter behind their gates, and even now they have little regard for the plights of other nations. Nevertheless, they may deign to assist you should you prove yourself useful. Consider providing your services to the soldiers who guard the observatorium. Though they may refuse you at first, I have little doubt they would accept aid freely offered. And with that, we enter the Coerthas Central Highlands. Where the calamity brought a massive climate change, because this used to be mostly green area once upon a time, and now we have perpetual winter here. Excuse me, can you repeat that? You wish to offer your service to us doing there? And what, pray tell, do you wish to receive in exchange? Yeah. How absurd. As if you would permit an outsider to peruse the records of the observatorium. Do not mistake our courtesy for friendliness. The Holy See of Ishgard may allow foreigners to travel freely within these lands, but we do not intend to offer succor to strangers. Plus 45 and actually weaker. Because this takes a Helm slot as well, right? Hello, of Mercy. Are you still here? You may take shelter within our walls if you insist, but do not distract me while I'm on duty. We're stretched thin as it is. And where the hell is that knight I sent out on patrol? You should have returned ages ago. Perhaps I have a use for you after all. If you wish to aid us, search the wilds to the west for my missing man. You will know him by his uniform. Better for us doing there, as is mine. Snow wolf pups. And Highland caboose. Okay, there's the knight, and there are mysterious assailants. I'm slowed. Okay, let's help you. If it wasn't for you, sir, I reckon they would have finished me off. Despicable dragon-loving bastards. Death was a mercy they didn't deserve. I prayed the rumors were mistaken, but this confirms the worst. I must immediately inform my superiors that the heretics are operating within this region. Very well, friend. I must say, I didn't actually expect you to find my knight, much less rescue him. I seem I have been premature in my judgment, sir. We are a proud people, beholden to tradition, but that does not mean we are without humility. I shall instruct the astrologians to entertain your request. However, understand that it is ultimately their decision whether or not you may peruse the records. Pray proceed to the observatorium and introduce yourself to Admel. My boy, this quest over here unlocks a dungeon. An optional one. But even if I wanted to do it, it is minimum level 44. Gentlemen come in search of the airship. This is highly unorthodox. Whatever could Sir Ludovord be thinking? It's true we maintain meticulous records which stretch back generations. However, because this information is used to chart Ravanian activity, Access is strictly controlled. One could never be too careful with heretics and their sympathizers lurking about. If you persist with your inquiries, pray seek an audience with Chief Astrologian Folmort up above. And because this is a freaking astrological tower, I have to climb. I would bet it doubles as a lookout. A watchtower. No, absolutely not. Have you an inkling what it is you ask? Were our records to fall into the wrong hands, it could change the course of a war which has raged on for generations. I speak not of some mere spat between sovereign nations. Ours is a holy crusade, and we are the arbiters of Hallown's will. I will not put our great nation at risk, certainly not to help a foreigner locate a missing airship of all things. You know, we technically don't need to see these records ourselves. It would be entirely sufficient if someone went in looking there for a particular information we seek, namely that airship, on a particular day we know, and gave us this singular point of information. That is all we want. But our character is too stupid to ask that. Pardon the intrusion, Folmort. I wish to speak with you regarding the recent... Oh, I did not realize you had a guest. Inquisitor Guilhem, your honor is with your presence, sir. The gentleman was just leaving. Ah, you must be the one who rescued House Durendare's knight from those heretics. Doubtless they feel indebted to you. I'm told you seek an airship last seen at Coerthas 5 years ago, yes? You come to us at an inconvenient time, I fear. Much has changed in the intervening years, and little for the better. While I wish you the best of luck in your search, I would also strongly advise caution. The snows can come quickly in Coerthas. One moment you may feel as though you have a firm grasp of your surroundings, safe and secure in your knowledge. The next you may find yourself in a wholly unfamiliar situation, blind to the dangers hidden by the blizzard. It would be wise for you to focus on a single landmark while traveling. Do not give in to temptation and deviate from your course. I was not aware you aided House Durendare in that fashion. Thank you, sir. Nevertheless, my decision stands. I cannot give you what you seek. And the Inquisitor just threatened us and said, don't stick your nose into our business. You, sir, I could not help but overhear your conversation with the Chief Astrologian. There may be a way I can assist you, but it would require that you perform for me a favor in exchange. An associate of mine has yet to return from his expedition to the cliffs east of the observatorium. He was adamant he could conduct his observation alone, despite the presence of XIV in the vicinity. If you would seek out this astrologian and confirm that he is well, it would be a great comfort to me. Alright. Following the age-old adventure strategy of helping random strangers in hopes of finding a solution to our own problems. What a relief to see someone other than a goddamn birdman. I thought I could finish my work while the XIV were away, but they returned far quicker than anticipated. It was all I could do to hide and hope they might leave again before I froze to... Wait, were you? You're not one of our knights? A man of horse doing there cannot be seen in the company of an unbeliever. Good day, sir. You're welcome, jerk. The arrogant Phil returned not long before you arrived, muttering about the disgrace of having been rescued by an unbeliever. Serves him right for underestimating the dangers our knights face every day. But you're eager to locate your airship. It may surprise you that by saving him, you've already aided your own cause. House Doing is quick to regard outsiders with suspicion, but it is their duty to sound the alarm at the first sign of Tavanian aggression. Yet you have already aided them twice, for which they are honor bound to repay you. Even so, they will not grant you access to the observatorium's records. That is just as well, for there are other ways you might locate your missing airship. What I propose is that you petition Lord Portolan for an official introduction to the other high houses. The word of House Duendare carries tremendous weight in Ishgard. Should the captain consent, you would have little trouble obtaining information from the other high houses. Okay, well, let's talk to the knight captain. Ow. Sturdy lanterns. You've caused quite a stir in your short time here. First you slayed 2 heretics and saved a knight, and now I hear you rescued a man of our house. I imagine you must desire something for your troubles. An introduction to the other high houses. I cannot deny that you have given us no cause to distrust you, but while you have performed 2 acts, you would have me endorse you to 3 high houses. It's only fitting you ate us one final time, wouldn't you agree? Well, fine. No, I understand you are very eager to find your missing airship. Worry not, for this task should take a man of your skill but a moment to complete. Not long ago, a porter bound for Skyfire Logs was ambushed on the road due west of here. Though he escaped with his life, he would very much like his wares as well. On the off chance any portion of his shipment remains, I would have you travel to the scene of a robbery and bring back what you find. Lest you intend to perform only a cursory search, bear in mind that recovering the stolen merchandise will endear you to House Alphinaud, further improving the chances that they will indulge your request for aid. Suspicious. Apparently nobody tried to move the wares. They're still lying here. Alright, I found the boxes. Have you good tidings to share, or better yet, stolen merchandise to show? God bless you, friend. It's all here, every last... But wait, that chest over there looks like it might have been pillaged. Bloody hell, so it's a personal property of Lord Franzel, too. Are you certain? Clearly an attempt was made to open it, but the locks appear to have held. Nevertheless, if you wish to verify the contents against your shipping manifest, be my guest. Fury taking a draconian rosary. In the possession of Lord Franzel. Yet, perhaps it's not so difficult to fathom how Selenat is whispered to be infected with heretics. Thank you for bringing this matter to our attention, sir. I shall inform the Inquisitors immediately. Under these circumstances, I must strongly advise against associating with House Selenat. Your other introductions will need to be postponed as well. It's the duty of every Ishgardian to root out and destroy heretics. All else must wait until this matter is resolved. The Rose and the Unicorn. Psst, come closer, lad, and listen well. This is for your ears only. Lord Franzel is no heretic. He's a goodly, righteous man, wholly dedicated to the cause. I know this because I served House Selenat for years prior to the calamity. You must go to Skyfire Locks and warn him of a coming storm. The Inquisitors are ruthless and will spare him no mercy. Speak to him of an Edelweiss, and he will know you for a friend. Now go. Isn't it suspicious? With the chests and where we as attackers looked a lot like the heretics we fought before. And the chest is just damaged enough to warrant an inspection. What do we find? Signs of heresy. Yes, you look as though you have something to say, do you? Is there an Edelweiss in your pocket, or are you happy to meet me? I see Sir Carilot has not forgotten my mother's favorite. A pity it has not been seen in Coerthas since the calamity. You may speak freely here, friend. But that's absurd. I would sooner die than become a thrall of the dragons. Alas, it matters little what I say at this point. Although the draconian rosary was not found in my possession, it will still be considered by many to be proof of my heresy. I must do my utmost to prove my innocence to the Inquisitors, for if I harbor even the slightest doubt, this will only add weight to the incessant accusations our house has suffered of late. It is as though the gods themselves are plotting our fall. You risk much by coming here. It's only proper that I recompense you for this deed. Tell me what you desire, and I shall do my best to provide. A missing airship. I see. It may require a prolonged effort to locate your quarry. I shall direct you to one in a better position to assist you. Lord Airship of House Fortoms commands the garrison at Camp Dragonhead. Present to him this letter of introduction, and he will surely be receptive to your needs. He's being framed here. Welcome to Camp Dragonhead. Ah, the unmistakable swagger of a well-traveled adventurer. If you are come to pay your respects, be at ease, friend. I'm not one to stand on formality. Truth be told, I would gladly welcome many and more brave souls like yourself. But enough chatter. Pray tell me why you have come. If there's any justice in this world, these charges will receive no serious consideration. It's beyond inconceivable. Ah, yes, the letter made mention of a pressing matter for which you required my assistance. What might that be? So this enterprise you speak of was last seen above the Coerthas before the calamity 5 years ago. I fear it may prove difficult to find any eyewitnesses of these events, for while Ishgard did not participate in the Battle of Carthano, we were embroiled in our own internal conflicts at the time. Nevertheless, I will make inquiries on your behalf and share with you my findings in the future. In the meantime, please enjoy the hospitality of Camp Dragonhead. I will see that you are afforded every courtesy as a guest of House Fortums. Okay, but I think I end the episode here in a moment. Except I want to look what Cid and Alphinaud have to say. I'm glad we left the observatorium. The people there were not friendly. Or even here I can feel eyes upon us. We are not safe. We came to find an airship, yet now we meddle in Ishgardian affairs of state. Gods, if Alice were here, I would never hear the end of it. Okay, and that is the end of the episode. Until next time, I'm Mace, and don't get lost.